Hey, and welcome back to Hanny's Harvest. Today is overcast, humid, so my lens is probably gonna fog up. And but that means it's a nice day to get outside and do some work. So I'm going to plant some more seeds. Even though it's kind of late in the summer to be doing so, this is about the last opportunity I've got here in Tennessee to plant more seeds for like summer crop. So I thought I would take you around and show you what seeds I'm adding to the garden today. Now these onions are going to come out pretty soon. So I'm gonna plant leek seeds in between these two onion rows. That way when the onions come out, then the leeks will hopefully take over this space. I'm gonna put in some of these eggplant seeds somewhere in this region. The bed is already filling up quite a bit, which is good. And I've got these tomato cuttings, this one here and then some tiny ones in this cup. These are just the shoots from my existing tomato plants that I'm allowing to root in some water. And these I do want to put back here on the fence. So I intend for all that area to be filled up. And I think 1 or 2 eggplant bushes is about all we could fit in here. So out here you can see that this bed is not very full. It had kohlrabi in it, which came out, and these little cucumbers had been growing underneath the kohlrabi and they just weren't getting very big. Then once I pulled the kohlrabi out, they got sunburned because they were used to a shady environment. So I'm just gonna re-sow. I'm gonna put some of this pak choy in, bok choy, whatever. I'm gonna put some of this in because I love it in stir fries and it's pretty good for fermentation also. So I just gotta find a spot to tuck this. I actually put rutabaga seed in where this kale is the other day, so that's taken. I'm gonna put these at the end of the bed. There are quite a few seeds that I have planted recently that I'm not showing in this video, especially a lot of flower seeds, mammoth sunflowers especially. I planted kind of everywhere. And I think that we have enough growing season left for those to make big heads, and what I want to use those for is roasting the seeds. So we'll see. It would be kind of fun to have those late in the fall when everything else is dying. I also put in a couple more pumpkin seeds. I got like a sweet pie pumpkin, something like that. It's the only like real orange pumpkin out of all of my other squashes. So I put that one in down in the far yard. I also will be planting more corn, but I haven't figured out quite where. If I'm gonna plant it down in the the far yard where the existing corn is, then I've got to do some hoeing and prepare the more soil because it's all grass right now. This spot of the front garden is relatively shady because we have a big tree right in front of it. So stuff like the elephant ears, parsley over here, those things do great. So I think I'm gonna add oregano and dill over here because these like it a little bit cooler. I'll add a couple scoops of compost to these small holes I've made because primarily what we have down is wood chips and those aren't real conducive to seed starting. There's not much going on here at the base of this tree, mostly weeds. So I want to put in something here, and the perfect thing I think is some more squash because I wanted to plant more squash but I really don't have room anywhere else. So we will throw them here and see how well they do. The soil's pretty bad and hard. A little bit rocky, so I'm just gonna load up on the compost and we'll see. I've got more moonbeams and supposedly spaghetti squash. I saved them from a spaghetti squash that I bought at the store, so it could be crossed with something. But we'll toss them in and see what happens. We are now in the backyard. As you can see, we've got corn and various squashes and pumpkins. So I'm going to plant some beans back here. I don't know if they're bush beans or pole beans. I didn't even bother to look it up, but pretty sure what I have here is pinto beans just from the store, and I'm gonna plant some and see what happens because there's basically nothing to lose. Thanks for watching and planting with me today. You got to sit around and not sweat, so you probably got the better end of that stick. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed and stay tuned to see if any of this stuff grows. Bye for now.